Let the good times roll. May they roll all the way through your tour. May they roll all the way through your tour till you get home and safely. We have a wonderful tour planned for you this week. I'm going to be your escort for the majority of the time. I'm here to answer any questions you may have. I'm here to help. I'm here to see that you have a good time.
No, not.
All right, good morning. My name is Ann. Welcome to New Orleans. What a beautiful day you all have. We're going to give you a tour of the city, sort of an overlay, and then when you come back, we're going to allow you enough time to enjoy our wonderful French Quarter. And then look at the house with the flags. That's where Edgar Degas, the famous French painter, came and stayed here 6 months. He's the only impressionist, European impressionist, who painted in the States. And he painted fabulous portraits of his cousins. He didn't do any scenes of New Orleans, except for the Cotton Office, the interior of the Cotton Office. Now this school on the left, I just have to tell you about the man it's named after, John McDonough, because he was such a character. John McDonough came from Baltimore. Any of y'all from Baltimore? But anyway, he came to New Orleans, and he ended up with a reputation as a tightwad. He wouldn't spend any money. He lived across the river. Rather than come over on the ferry, he rowed himself over to save the money. One was treacherous in the Mississippi, especially here in New Orleans when he was crossing over. His boat capsized, and if there hadn't been a boat right next to him, he certainly would have lost his life. Well, when they rescued him, he said, I want to give you a reward. And they said, oh no, we don't want a reward. We're just so happy we saved a fellow being. And he said, no, I'm going to reward you. And he gave them a fortune of $3 million. And he'd never married, and he left $1.5 million to New Orleans, $1.5 million to Baltimore, with the express purpose that they start public schools. And so we have 30 some odd John McDonough schools. That brick one was one. This white one is a John McDonough school on your right. Hundreds. And so he really, here he was. I'm sure that's a penny saved. That's how he made his fortune. And then look at this beautiful house on Esplanade, this 2809, this beautiful white one. This is on the market right now, and I think it's over $1 million. And that was the mother-in-law house in the back. They put the mother-in-law back there. They had the longest hallway, and this house, when it was built in the early 1900s, cost $14,000. The couple who live there now, when they bought it in the 80s, spent $14,000 to build the fountain and the gazebo. That shows how times have changed, huh? And then the house next to it is beautiful too, but it needs a paint job. So they're, they probably need to fix it up. But you see how nice some of these houses are? And this is Upper Esplanade Avenue. So, very pretty with the trees and everything. And, as I say, it is, this part of Esplanade is quite nice. Now, we're going to head on up, and hopefully there's not we can find a parking spot at the cemetery. They have gotten very strict, and there's only few parking spots, and because sometimes they have private funerals. It's still a working cemetery, and we have to respect what's going on. But look at the beautiful magnolia tree over there on your right. And you can tell we have not had rain in New Orleans because all our resurrection fern, which is all the dead fern that you see on the oak branches, is dead, because when it rains, it jumps up. It doesn't actually hurt the trees at all, just like the Spanish moss doesn't hurt the trees. And we'll show you the Spanish moss when we're closer into the park, when we drive through our park. Now we're going to see if we can find a parking lot spot.
Hold that there.
Trying to get me close to a 2 maybe.